Breaking news, Korey Rise of the Central Park 5 has just been released after 13 years of wrongful conviction. Convicted on December 11th of 1990, Korey Wise is finally a free man and settled for $41 million. Though he was exonerated, no amount of money could pay for the time he was lost.
In April of 1989 in Central Park, New York, 5 men were falsely accused of rape of the attempted murder of Trisha Miley. Their names were Anton McCrae, Yusuf Salaam, Kevin Richardson, Raymond Santana, and Korey Wise. Of the 5 exonerated, Korey Wise was the last to step foot into society, being the oldest of the 5 and was only 16 years old whenever he was tried and sentenced as an adult.
When police began collecting suspects in the 1989 Central Park jogger case, Korey Wise's friend, 15-year-old Yusuf Salaam, was brought in for questioning. In a show of support, Korey decided to accompany him. This turned out to be a grave mistake, however, as the police ended up pulling him into the interrogation room for questioning. Wise was then verbally and physically abused into coercion and was forced to confess to the rape of Trisha Miley. Here's a clip of the brutal breakdown of the coercion.
Female in the street. This is my first rape. I never did this before. This will be my last time doing it. This is my first experience.
Here we have an exclusive on-radio interview with Korey Wise and our executive producer, Daniel.
How did you first find out about Reyes confessing for the crime?
It was my mom. Picked it up. And she was just hysterical. I'm like, what's up? She said, the guy who that ran into you up there where you at, he loved you so much he cleared your name. I said, huh? He cleared your name. That's okay.
And how do you feel now that everything is all said and done with?
I'm just thankful to be alive today as Korey King Wise.
The criminalistic evidence was non-existent as there was no physical evidence that connected Korey Wise to the crime scene. Assistant District Attorney Nancy Ryan stated, DNA evidence was extracted from semen deposited in a jogger's sock found near her at the crime scene. She explains that it did not match any of the defendants or any other known sample. The same was true of DNA evidence extracted from a cervical swab. It did not match the defendants or any other known sample. Reyes' DNA matched both.
Wise would meet Reyes in the midst of many transfers throughout the prison system. Wise chose to stay in solitary confinement in fear of being beaten to death by fellow prisoners because of his fame. When his hearing came, he struck to his truth and refused to admit to the crimes he had done. Faith was on his side when Matias Reyes eventually confessed in 2002. Wise was cleared of all charges and taken off the sex offender list. Settled for $41 million, he sued New York for malicious prosecution, racial discrimination, and emotional distress. Now Korey still lives in Central Park and continues to fight for the rights of those falsely accused.
For more information on the case of the Central Park 5, check out www.innocentproject.org to read on the heart-wrenching stories of 5 boys falsely accused. Founded by the Cardozo School of Law, the Innocent Project is a nonprofit legal organization that is committed to exonerating wrongfully convicted people through the use of DNA testing and reforming the criminal justice system to prevent future injustice. And that's all for ABCD Action News.